Hi, I'm Elisa, and you are listening to Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam. Jennifer?
Cam, how was your weekend?
I was busy, but good. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Yours?
Well, it was the big baseball weekend, Tales from the Field.
Yeah,
We were up in good old Fort
McMurray, Alberta.
Yes.
That's right.
Which is pretty north for our listeners not in
it is. If you're not in Alberta, that's northern Alberta.
It sure is.
Yeah. And it was good?
Well,
no,
you know what? We lost 2-1 the last one, so it was a good ride home.
Right
minus
on.
the potholes on the Highway 60. Okay.
Potholes everywhere.
Listen,
I know.
Alberta Transportation.
Yes.
Is that who does the pothole filling?
Well, I think so, yes. But there's just potholes everywhere.
I know.
Highway, city, potholes. Some of them are so big you disappear in them. You don't even know where you are.
Yeah, happen.
I know, it's crazy. But anyway, Alberta Transportation, maybe you can work on that. But by the time they get to it, it'll be winter and the potholes will be back. So does it really matter? Anyways, we want to tell you that we are coming to you live from the Wall Coffee Roasters in the heart of beautiful downtown Atchison. So if you hear some noise in the background, coffee machines whirring, people talking, children, no children today. Sometimes there's children, and not that they're screaming. It's just, they get loud and exuberant. But it's because we're live today at the Wall Coffee Roasters. If you haven't been to the Wall Coffee Roasters, check it out. They're right now. They're roasting coffee. We can hear them roasting.
Yes, we can.
So it's kind of awesome. So it's good. And we also want to tell you that the reason that Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam keeps going is because of our sponsor,
Wing Snob Canada, where the wings are fresh, never frozen, with 16 different flavors and 4 rubs, Cam.
That's right. And some of the best wings you will ever have with 10 locations, 8 in Edmonton, 1 in Calgary, 1 in Grand Prairie. You wanted 1 in Fort McMurray.
I did.
Yeah. But there isn't one.
No, so we got pizza instead.
You got pizza instead. So, hey, listen, if you haven't had a Wing Snob wing, you got to check it out. And like Jennifer said, they got some great flavors. And you know what? It is. It's fresh, never frozen. And I know that for a fact because Mike Chatty tells me it's fresh, never frozen.
That's right.
So it's awesome. Wing Snob, pick up some wings today and enjoy that with your family, or stop by or order in or skip the dishes or whatever they do, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so check them out at www.wingsnob.ca.
Right on. That's kind of cool. So I am very excited about today.
Me too.
You know why? Because we're talking about something very special today. I'm so excited about this.
I know. We're happy this guest that it finally worked.
Yeah, we've been trying for a long time.
She's a busy lady.
I know she is, because she does a busy thing.
She does.
And we've wanted this guest because it's a very special thing. And so I'm very excited today. So why don't we get into it?
So our guest today is the founder, Cam, the founder of Dogs with Wings.
Dogs with Wings.
Yes. So welcome, Elisa Irlam. Welcome.
Hi, Elisa.
Hi there. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have. And we are genuinely excited that we've talked about you for a long time. All good, I promise.
Okay, that's
and
great.
Yeah, no, it's true. And because we read your story and thought I want this person to, and Jennifer's like, yeah, we got to have this person tell their story because it's so exciting. So this is fantastic. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Okay, so just quickly for our listeners.
Yes.
And we're going to get into the depths of what Dogs with Wings does. But before we get into a little bit of your story, just quickly tell us, what is Dogs with Wings?
Yeah.
Well, Dogs with Wings Assistance Dog Society is the full name.
Okay.
So we breed, raise, train, place, and support dogs for people with disabilities.
Right.
As well, we place our dogs in facilities. So some of the largest child advocacy centers, like Little Warriors, Luna Foundation, Zebra. A lot of our dogs go into court. They go into schools.
Really?
RCMP detachments.
Yes.
And police stations for victim services. So that's a huge program of ours.
That's incredible. Mm-hmm. I didn't know all that.
And we just started a PTSD trauma
really?
Dog program. We haven't placed any dogs yet, but that is our newest program.
This is incredible. I didn't know all this.
We're going to learn so much.
Folks, this is going to be great. I can tell already. This is going to be exciting.
But we need to find out a little bit about Elisa
That's
before
right.
we find out more about dogs with wings. So tell us about where you grew up, Elisa.
So I grew up probably until grade 6 in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Oh, the Windy
Manitoba.
City.
Yep, you bet. So lots of all my family was there. And then then we moved to Calgary when the big boom was on in Calgary. But unfortunately, it was the end of the boom.
Oh, okay.
And then we moved to Edmonton or St. Albert.
Okay.
So that's where I sort of finished up
So Winnipeg,
high school.
okay.
Yeah, Winnipeg, Calgary.
Edmonton.
Yeah.
Right on.
So you went to high school, you finished high school in St. Albert then?
Yep.
Okay.
Paul
Graduate
Kane-
up,
Paul
Paul
Kane
Kane.
High
Shout out to
School.
Paul
Okay,
Kane.
that's right. Paul Kane, Lots of people went to Paul Kane.
I
Lots of
know.
famous people. So that's,
Okay,
you're famous.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
why.
well, there you go.
There you go. That's pretty
There you
cool.
go.
And so growing up, what did you think you wanted to do after high school?
It was always to be a veterinarian.
Oh.
Always.
Yeah.
Animals were always my number one thing.
Right.
I'd get those big coffee table books of dogs and dog breeds, so I knew every breed. You could describe them, and I could tell
you
the
knew them.
breed.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you have dogs?
Yeah, did you have dogs growing up?
in
Yep.
your family? Yeah.
Yep. My first dog was just a little cockapoo
Yeah.
named Willie.
Willie.
What's
Yeah.
his name?
I can.
Yeah. Willie. Yeah, we wouldn't do that with any of our service dogs.
Willie, shout out to Willie.
Yep.
No longer with us. Yeah, that's right.
And then I had an Old English sheepdog named Joey.
Oh.
Really?
Yep. And then my next dog was another Old English sheepdog named Jake.
Oh.
And now my dogs are, I have a pug.
Okay, I have a pug question. Do pugs shed a lot?
Oh, they're the worst
Really?
ever.
Okay.
Just because they're short hair, that's a misconception that they don't shed.
Oh, you just touch them,
Yeah.
and if he shakes, the hair
The
just
hair's
goes
everywhere.
And they also have little barbs in them.
Right.
And I walk a lot, like just in bare feet.
Oh,
and
Get
they-
them in your feet?
Absolutely.
I know.
Okay.
So I'll call my daughter over. We get the flashlight and the tweezers, and we pull it out. They're like a German Shepherd.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, really, but funny, cute.
I know that. I love pugs.
Oh my God, he's hilarious.
I
His
know.
name is Bones. My
Bones.
first one was Sebastian, and then I also have a Whippet.
Oh,
whippet.
do you? Okay.
Those are fascinating dogs, whippets.
Yes.
They are amazing
Yeah.
dogs. I mean, they're shaped so uniquely. They're unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm probably the only one in the service dog industry that doesn't have a lab.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any of the staff and everything, everybody's always got the
Can
labs.
a pug be a service dog?
No, but they would probably be a really good companion dog.
Right.
All they
Yeah.
want to do is love you
Yeah.
and be with you.
See?
They're kind of like a Velcro
This
dog.
is what I'm saying. I've wanted a pug, but unfortunately, they're not hypoallergenic.
Oh,
And I'm a little
No.
allergic to
Okay.
pet hair. And so, but I love pugs. Just the look on their face when they look at you, it's like, I have to love you. You're amazing.
oh! After the show, I'll show you some pictures.
Okay, well, I can hardly wait. I'm
He's
so excited.
just adorable.
Yeah, okay.
So then, did you apply to go to veterinary school after?
No, so when I was in high school, I did a work experience program, and I worked at a vet in St. Albert. And I remember always talking to the vet there, and even back then, it was
Yeah.
really difficult to get in.
Right.
Yes.
You know, there was probably only the school in Saskatoon.
Right.
For people in the West, and I think they only took maybe 20
Yes.
or so students a year
Yeah.
to get into there. So you would have to go to university, regular university, and then as you're going along in regular university,
Right.
start applying
Start
to
applying.
get
Yeah, yeah.
in.
Sure. Yes.
So, like, get a science degree and then
then apply.
apply.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I just, like, I had good marks, but you know, you would need high 90s to even
Yeah.
get
For
in.
sure.
Yeah.
And I also thought of, well, maybe I'd be a vet tech.
Okay.
But the
Yeah.
place that I was working at the time seemed to me they have all this knowledge, but they weren't able to use it.
Right.
Right.
Times have changed now, and now, you know, you can. They have people working the reception,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
just do the reception, and then the vet techs are all in the back.
Able
They
to
help
help
out with
the vets,
surgery
yeah.
and,
Right.
and
Yeah,
do
yeah,
all that kind of
yeah.
stuff. But when I was there, it wasn't that.
Yeah.
So
I heard one time somebody told me that becoming a veterinarian is harder than becoming an actual doctor because
Absolutely.
you have to learn so much more. Like so much more.
And the animals can't talk and tell you what's going on.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
always thought that. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. Okay, so.
So you shadowed there, and you thought, okay, well, this isn't going to work out. What was next?
So, my dad didn't want me to take any time off of school, right? You can't take that year off.
That's right.
You got to keep
Because
going.
Because you'll
you.
never go back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, funny, I took biological sciences at NAIT.
Oh.
And then you can go into one of 3 programs in the second year. So I took ecological sciences, thinking, maybe I'd go out and study wolves in the
Right.
wilderness.
Yeah.
No. No. No, that didn't work. Anybody that took ecology didn't really get jobs.
Studying wolves.
Yeah.
That's good, though. It was a good try, though.
That didn't work.
Yeah.
So I ended up, when I was in high school, I also worked at a boarding kennel in St. Albert.
Oh, okay.
And somehow came about, she contacted me and said there was someone starting a school in Edmonton for guide dogs for the blind.
Okay. Yes.
And maybe that's something that you're interested in. So I thought, well, this is kind of neat. And I looked it up or whatever. And it's like, oh, wow, you get to work with dogs. You get to help people.
Yeah.
So I contacted this gentleman who was starting the school in Edmonton. And he was a bit passive, whatever. And I just phoned and kept bugging him. Because I think at the time I was living in Vegreville. Like, I wanted the cute animals, but I got a job at the Vegreville with the fisheries. Not my thing.
Like you were working with fish? Is that?
I can't even remember.
She's
That was
blocked it out.
It's definitely blocked it out.
Repressive.
Yeah, no, the friend of mine, she liked the fisheries, and
Yeah.
then she went on to be like a park ranger.
Oh,
But
yeah.
again, that was very difficult
Yes,
to
it was
get
at the
into.
time,
Sure, yeah.
absolutely.
Everybody stays in that position. You sort of got to
nobody
wait till
retires,
they
yeah.
kind of
No,
retire
I
and
know.
move on. Anyway, so I bugged this guy, so he hired me. And I got sent to, pretty amazing, Palm Springs, California.
Okay, come on.
I was like
Yeah.
maybe 20, 21. I got in a van. I took 2 dogs with me, a golden retriever and a shepherd, and Max and Hammer,
Max and Hammer.
and I drove to California.
Wow.
Like, the most I've ever done is drove to Calgary.
Yeah.
So here's
So here's
driving to California.
Yeah. Palm Springs, okay.
Wow.
So Max and Hammer, road trip, Palm
Road
Springs.
trip.
Here we come.
And so I arrived there and I guess just started learning how to train guide dogs.
Yeah.
And everything. And he would pay me like through just, over whatever.
Yeah.
And after a while, things weren't, I was hard to get in touch with him. Like a board member got in touch with me.
Yeah.
So the basic quick story, because we don't have hours here,
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
He also had a security dog business here.
Okay.
He was raising money for the guide dogs,
Right.
but putting it into his security. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
in Palm
Of
Springs,
course not.
California.
No.
So basically, when I got back, that was it, right? I had to
Yes.
come back.
Right.
I was out there for maybe 5-6 months
But the purpose of Palm Springs was to learn.
to learn how to train the guide dogs, and then
guide
come here and
Right.
and start,
Right. Yeah.
start the program
Yeah.
here.
And so at that time, was it initially training guide dogs for the blind? Is that
Yes.
that was the entire program?
Yes, it was just for the blind.
Right.
And I'll always remember, I was so worried when the first class of students came in.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do I talk to them?
Right.
I can't say, did you see that? It's like, oh, no, did you hear that? I was terrified.
Well, yeah.
I was terrified. I just really I was never
For sure.
grew up with that. Like, I just
Right.
didn't
No,
know.
yeah. How do you,
So
yeah.
the first class came in, and boy, I always got into it for the dogs, but once I saw how those dogs change those people's lives,
Yeah.
that was it.
Incredible.
That's it. Just really turned
Yes.
in my mind and just in my heart.
That's incredible. I mean, just thinking about that, training a dog to help a blind person navigate life, right? I mean, basically, right? Navigate life.
Absolutely, that dog is their eyes.
Yes.
And you got to put a lot of trust in that dog.
Do you ever? Yeah.
That must have been so incredibly fulfilling for you to watch that.
This just never gets old as long as I've been doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
It's so amazing.
Because
You
it
know,
gives them a whole new life, right? Like it gives them
so much independence.
changes their life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Incredible.
So you were hooked.
Yeah, you were hooked.
That was it. This
yeah.
was your calling.
It definitely was. You know, in the industry, we always say it's not just a job, it's not a career, it's a lifestyle.
Yes.
Like, I always would say it gets into your blood.
Yeah,
right?
it's a calling. It's a calling.
How?
Yeah.
What other job could be so fulfilling?
Right.
Yes.
And so rewarding?
Yeah. Okay, so you came back to Edmonton.
Edmonton.
Looking up the guy, trying to find the guy who sent you to Palm Springs.
Yeah, no, that.
Not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much.
So no,
Yeah.
that didn't happen. The first dog didn't make the program. Like Hammer, the shepherd, he didn't make the program. But Max, I brought him back with me, the golden retriever.
Oh, okay.
But I had to give him back.
Right.
Anyways, I thought, well, where else am I going to do this? Because
Yeah.
I really want to do this. So I got hired at Canadian Guide Dogs for the Blind in Ottawa.
Oh.
So I moved there. Again, I had a little car and my little U-Haul, and I drove to Ottawa.
Quite a difference. Palm
Yes.
Springs and Ottawa. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then I went to Ottawa and there did a 3-year proper apprenticeship program, and stayed on for another about 2.5 years. I was married, had my daughter, but it was pretty intense. Like, people come in for class, you're working 28 days straight. You only get Sunday afternoons off.
Wow.
Holy smokes.
Sometimes in the evenings,
and what's the purpose in that? Like,
so we have all the clients come from all across Canada at that school, and we're training them how to use the
their
dog.
right.
dogs,
So
right.
they're
But-
all over.
I guess, yeah.
Yes.
Intense training, and then they go home
With their
Yes.
dogs.
with their dogs.
Right.
They go home with their dogs, but we also go with them. So the first week after we're done that
Okay.
month-long training with them, the trainers will go to their home.
Right.
And we need to make sure the dogs are doing the routes properly.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah,
So-
because it's a new environment for the dog
Yes.
too. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
incredible.
that was sort of where that happened. My husband was doing a lot of shift work, and I was at work a lot.
Yeah.
We would have probably needed a nanny,
Yes.
Yeah.
you know, for my daughter. So we decided, well, let's move back home where we had more family
Family,
support.
Sure. Yeah.
And I always said I would never let anybody else raise my daughter. But I was looking, remember the penny saver?
Oh, yes, the penny saver.
The penny saver.
yes.
And I'm really showing my age.
No,
but, you know, yeah.
Penny saver. Yes.
So there was an ad in
Yeah.
there. Someone was doing some dog training with like the public, and they wanted some PR help or something. And I thought, well, this is kind of cool, right? I was really kind of missing it.
Yeah.
You know, I was out of the dog thing for a little while. And so I phoned. Well, we were on the phone for about an hour and a half, and it was just like, oh, this is really cool.
You knew where
kind of
this was
thing.
going, didn't you? Yeah.
So I helped her out a bit with that, but she was so intrigued by guide dogs.
Yeah.
So there was many, many nights sitting around the kitchen table, and we started a guide dog school.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's where.
Yeah.
You know what I love about what you just said? This was birthed by sitting around the kitchen table.
Right?
Isn't that where some of the greatest ideas start?
Absolutely.
Sitting around the kitchen
Yeah.
table.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. That's really cool.
And so that was the start of Dogs with Wings.
We were called Western Guide Dog Foundation.
Okay.
So that was our first name.
Yeah.
As we go through, we've had a few more,
Sure.
but just as we opened up different programs,
Of course.
Right.
So we started that, and at first you're not for profit. So we were incorporated as a not for profit May 10th, 1996.
Right.
And then the next year, I believe it was in March of 97, then we were a registered charity.
Right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So after about 2.5 years, and when we started, we rescued from the Humane Society.
Oh, really?
Another kind of...
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay.
they were few and far between that worked.
Yeah.
But,
Of course.
you know,
Yeah.
that's how we started. And my daughter was still little, so we got, a backpack. And, I would take a turn, the other founder would take a turn. And my daughter would go on our back, and we'd train dogs.
train
and I'd
dogs.
be teaching the other founder with
Where
this.
did you do this? In your house, or did you?
Just around the city. When you're training guide dogs, you need a good grid system.
Okay.
Because they have to go straight to the curb, and then you make your turn to the right, or you make your turn to the left. And we need high curbs because that's easier to teach the dogs.
Oh,
And so when you're first training them, they have to keep going straight,
Right.
straight till the environment or the
Right.
trainer tells it to turn or
turn,
something.
right, yeah.
Again, that's always for the blind person's orientation.
Right.
Right. They need to go straight to the curb, then make their turn.
So you're walking all over the place.
You bet.
You're,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Just finding different areas
Yeah,
around
yeah.
Edmonton.
Yeah.
And then after about 2.5 years of not being paid, the other founder moved on, did her own thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I continued. And shortly after that, I guess we, another trainer, certified trainer came in. She came in from Europe, and she helped us out. And she was there for probably about 17 years.
Wow.
And just as time went on,
Yeah.
again, we just did guide dogs for the blind.
Right.
Then in 2003, just the needs of the community
Changed,
Yeah.
right?
changed.
Yes.
And so that's when we added our mobility service dog program.
Okay.
So we had trained some dogs that would help people with their balance, but mostly it was for people living in a wheelchair, using a
Okay.
wheelchair.
Wow.
And so when we did that, we couldn't really call guide dog
Yeah.
anymore.
Right,
Yeah,
of course.
So we made this big long name to include everything that no one could ever say again, and it was always said wrong. But we did Western Guide and Assistance Dog Society.
Okay.
So it's a bit of mouthful.
Yeah.
So we would go WGADS for short, but yeah, no one could ever
nobody got
say
it.
it.
Yeah,
no,
that's
no.
great. Yeah.
Wow.
So obviously, training a seeing eye dog is much different, or is it much different than a help dog? Like it's-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It
would
yeah,
be,
it would
for
be right
sure.
because there's
Absolutely.
different tasks. It's different.
Absolutely. The guide dog is guiding you and
Right.
moving around obstacles
Yeah.
Yes.
and taking you to a door, whereas a mobility assistance dog, or we call it a service mobility
Yeah.
service dog,
Yeah.
if you drop your keys, the dog will pick
Pick
them
'em
up,
up,
place
right.
them in your
Right,
lap,
right.
turn on and off lights for you, press the buttons to open the automatic doors.
yeah.
So that's a lot more of what
Wow.
their job is. So those types of dogs need to be very good at retrieving,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
I remember testing some of the dogs, and it's like, okay, go get this, right? And you got to see what they're like. And they'll go and they'll bring it back, and then you do it a few more times, and they're like,
I don't want
yeah,
to
I'm
do this
good.
anymore. Yeah.
I'm good.
Right.
So it's like, okay, you're not going in that
Yeah.
program.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Wow.
And then in 2007, that was huge for autism.
Oh.
That's when there was an organization in Ontario, that's National Service Dogs, that started an autism dog school to help these kiddos, and Alberta had a lot of programs to help the kids and the families. So we had an influx of people moving into Alberta
Yeah.
With children with autism.
children with autism.
Right.
And so we started that program, and that blew everything sort of out of the water. So again, we needed to include that.
Yeah.
So we sort of did a rebranding in
Yeah.
2007.
Right.
And we worked with a group, and we said, okay, we do these, and these dogs.
Yeah.
How do we... So they came up with Dogs with Wings, Assistance Dog Society.
What a great
And
name.
that
It is a great
encompasses
name.
everything.
Isn't it? It's
and
a great
you know,
name.
when you think
Dogs
of
with
Dogs
Wings.
with Wings, so for guide dogs, they would be the pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, they're like the angels.
That was the first thing I thought of.
Yes.
It was like they're the
Yeah.
angels for people who need an angel.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's that name has really, well, it's stuck.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
changing it
No,
anymore.
it's a good name. That's a very good name, yeah.
So we're known for that name and such now.
yeah.
So that's kind of where it all, where it sort of
Yeah.
evolved to, and then our waiting lists are huge.
Oh, I can
only imagine.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit.
Let's talk about
Yeah,
that
so-
because I want to know. You don't just snap your fingers and a service dog is trained.
Right.
Tell us the process and how
Yeah.
long it takes to get a service dog ready to go.
Yeah, it's too bad that we couldn't just pick them off the shelf,
Yeah.
and get
Yeah,
a
of
prescription
course.
Right,
for
yeah,
them.
yeah.
It is a long time. So first of all, for a dog to be ready to be placed with a client, that's a whole other
Right.
sort of system where now we breed our own dogs.
Oh.
And they're all basically Labrador retrievers.
Yes.
Sometimes they're crossed with a golden retriever,
Right.
but basically. So we breed them. So we work with all other service dog and guide dog organizations around the world.
Yeah.
So we're part of an international breeding cooperative.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
And so we will breed them, and then we have volunteers that are called our whelping homes. And we place the mom there, and they whelp the puppies till they're about 8 weeks old. But starting at day 3, we are doing a lot of interaction and socializing
yeah,
with
right.
them.
Yeah, yeah.
They're
You
walking
have
on
to.
different services.
Yeah.
We get little Playmobiles, all the kids' kind of toys, little slides.
Right.
And every day we're doing stuff with them.
Right.
Just to get them exposed
yeah.
to everything.
Yes.
And then once they hit 8 weeks old, then we place them with their first foster home, which we call puppy raisers. And we're always desperate for puppy raisers.
Right.
It's a big job.
Yes.
Yes.
I can imagine.
Again, very rewarding, but it's a big job.
It's not just raising a puppy. There's
No,
more
tell
to
us-
it.
tell
than
us a
that.
little bit about what a puppy raiser
Yeah.
does.
What do they do?
So basically, they have the pup from 8 weeks old till they're about 16, sometimes 18 months old.
Right.
So there's all the potty training,
Right.
the house
Yeah.
training, basic manners in the home. And they do chew a lot of stuff,
Yes,
these guys.
yes.
The
For
lab
sure.
puppies
Lab
are,
puppies chew a lot,
they
yes.
chew a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie about that.
Yeah.
But we have full-time sort of support. So once a week we have puppy classes. Sometimes you come to our facility
Yeah.
in the West End of Edmonton, or sometimes you're going to West Ed. We go to the zoo, we go to the Enjoy Center, we go to the mall.
Just
Right.
to
We-
expose them to as much as
every
possible.
different type of environment and
yeah.
situation. You don't know where these dogs are going to be in the
Right,
end.
right.
So we need to expose them to everything.
Wow.
And then as they are going through, we go through another so many, I guess, markers, training tests.
Yeah.
We do puppy testing at 7 weeks,
Okay.
where we film that and we put them through, we loud noises,
Right.
an
Yeah.
umbrella
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So we want to see what they're like. And then at 6 or 8 months old, we do what we call walk and talks, where we go to the mall and we just see how they react to
Oh,
things.
yeah.
Sometimes there's dogs that don't really quite pass those.
Right.
And then they're released from the program, and then
Right.
we'll find an adoptive home
right.
for them.
Okay.
And then we have another test for training tests when they're about 12 months old.
Okay.
And then again, we go through a
So they go
series
through
of testing.
stages,
Yes.
yeah.
And then, there's so many things to look at. There is temperament, size, adaptability.
Right.
As well as how they react and how they recover from certain things.
Right.
Also, their health. Their eyes, they have to get their eyes
yes,
tested.
yes,
There's
yeah.
many genetic
Right.
tests that they have
Right.
to go through.
Wow.
So, and then once they're done with the puppy raiser, just when they start learning everything and they're really good,
Yep.
they got to say goodbye.
Right.
And then they move to an adult raiser, what we call them, or an advanced raiser.
Right.
And those are another set of foster homes that have them from 18 months old till about 2 years old or
Okay,
so,
yeah.
however long it takes to train them. And basically, that's like dropping your kids off to school every day.
Right.
So there's no dogs that stay overnight at our facility. We have all of our foster homes.
Right.
So they drop them off in the morning before they go to work. Our trainers work with them during the day.
Amazing.
And then they pick them up at the end of the day.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And we also
That's
have what we need,
incredible.
boarding homes. So if people go away on holidays, on
Yeah.
any of our razors,
yes.
we don't
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
put them in a
No,
kennel
right.
facility.
Yeah.
We have them stay at our
Right.
boarding homes.
Wow.
So that's a whole big process, which
Yes.
takes almost 2 years. And not all of our dogs make it.
Right.
We have high
What do you
standards.
think? What percentage makes it through?
Between 30 and 50.
Really?
Yes.
That's
It's,
incredible.
health standards,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we are an accredited member of Assistance Dogs International. So we have many standards to adhere to, whether that be, again,
Sure.
there's administrative wise, fundraising wise, but
Yeah.
temperament, their skills, they have to do so many skills,
Right.
their health, just
Yeah.
how they react to
Sure.
things. So there's many standards that we'd have to adhere to. We're trusting these dogs in public. We're trusting these
course.
dogs
Right.
with children.
Yes, yes.
We need to make sure the trainers, we need to sleep at night,
Yeah.
making sure these dogs are going to be
Yeah.
safe out there.
Right.
Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. What a process. See, I never would have imagined.
So
this
that's-
is incredible.
That's only the dog
that's
process.
only the dog process. So
That's
tell
not
us-
the client
No.
process
Right,
yet.
right, yeah,
Tell us
that's just
about
the dogs,
how,
yeah.
how the clients get matched with
Yes.
the dogs.
So matching is always key. So we have, we some of our clients will do like a letter of intent. We have a big application process that needs to be done.
Right.
And we ask for references. We need medical background.
Okay.
They have to send in all of that. Then we'll do an interview with the client to see if we think that a dog is going to be the right fit
Right.
for them.
Yeah.
That's really
Because
important.
that would be key, right? Like
Not
that's-
every person could get a dog.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have to be able to look after that dog financially, within their housing,
Yeah. Yeah.
everything,
Yeah.
kind of thing. So then once they go sort of through that, then they're put on a waiting list. You could wait 6 months, you could wait 3 years.
Wow.
It's all about the matching.
Right.
Yeah.
So now they're on the waiting list. The trainers will know, okay, we're looking for dogs that can do this, this, and this.
Right.
So as the dogs, when they first come in for training, they get their basic foundational training, basic skills, and then once we figure out what they're really good at, we look at what the dog's strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a look at our clients. So say we have 5 people waiting for a mobility dog.
Right, yeah.
They're in a wheelchair, they need help. So we look at the dogs available and we look at the clients available. Say we have 3 dogs, but we have 8 clients.
Okay.
We will try to go and place those dogs to the 3 people that have
Sure.
waited the longest.
Of
Sure.
course.
But
yeah.
that may not be.
No,
we
there
may
has to
go
be a
number 2
compatibility, yeah.
and we may go number 10.
Right.
It's that compatibility.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, I myself have a pug at home. Very low energy.
Yeah.
Now, if I was to get a border collie, that wouldn't work with myself
Of
either.
course.
Right.
I'm not active
Yeah.
and going out
Right.
there. And if these people, it has to match your lifestyle.
Right. Right.
Otherwise, the dog will drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Because there's some dogs that love to work.
Yeah.
And if that person's
Yeah.
lifstyle
Yeah.
is not like that, that's not going to be a
Sure.
match.
Right.
Sure. And
So
that's not good for
matching
the
is
dog.
very, very key.
Yeah.
No. And again, all of our dogs, we want them to love what they do.
Of
Sure,
course,
yeah.
yeah.
There's some dogs that are just like, yeah, no, I'm just not comfortable with that. So we also have another really good program we have is our companion dog program. And these dogs are ones that we place with someone with a disability, either be a child or an adult,
yeah.
but they're not vested. So when our dogs are vested, they can go into public areas.
Right.
Our companion dogs aren't vested, but they do such incredible things
Yes.
for these families. And they can do all these skills in the home, but maybe those dogs just in public, they were just like,
Yeah.
hey,
It's
this
just
is,
too much.
this
too
is
much.
too
Yeah.
much
Yeah,
for me.
right.
Too overwhelming.
But
yeah.
they still do amazing work.
With the
Sure.
families,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Oh, this is fascinating to me because, again, I think for most of us, we see a help dog, maybe with someone in a mall or somewhere, and you just think, well, there's a dog with that person, and you don't realize that
What goes into
this is really something. Like, you don't realize the investment that is made in the dog.
You said investment. No,
Yes.
I want to ask you because, again, I think this is something else people do not understand.
Yes.
What is the cost
Yes.
of getting one of these dogs ready to go?
So, for a client, it's $1.
That's what they
And
pay.
it's for the loan of the dog for its working life. And so once the dog retires, we usually transfer ownership to the client,
Sure,
Right.
or
sure,
the family
yeah,
members
yeah.
or whatever. But no, we can't ask our clients
Yes.
to pay
No,
that,
Right.
to pay any price. So if you count everything,
Yes.
$50,000 for
train
one
the
dog,
One dog.
going out the door, and we don't really recoup any of those
Right,
Yeah,
costs.
right. You're
yes,
not getting
yeah,
that money
We
back.
we
No.
kind of lose
Lose
money,
money, yeah.
every time we
Yeah.
place the dog.
You're a
course.
bad business case.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I
Isn't
didn't
that
know
incredible?
that $1, and then $50,000 everything. And I bet you're being a tad conservative there on that, because there would be so much involved in that.
People don't realize.
They don't realize.
They don't realize.
Our vet costs.
Okay.
Dog food.
Yes.
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 Supplies. Just
right.
there's travel. We offer lifetime support
Yeah.
to our clients. Every year our clients, so usually we do it all summer long, is we need to see every client that's graduated with a dog.
Right.
They have to do another public access test. We need to make sure that they're upkeeping their end of the bargain,
Yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're maintaining those training standards,
Right.
and that they're going to be okay out in the public.
Right. So here's the $1 million question. $50,000 to train a dog, $1 to the client. How does it change their life, the client?
There's really no words. There's really
Yeah.
no words. Their independence. If now we don't train guide dogs anymore, but that's
Okay.
a person's eyes.
Yes, yeah.
A mobility service dog, that's their arms, that's
Right.
their hands.
Right.
For the autism clients,
Yes.
it's with the service dogs and the guide dogs, it really helped one-on-one the client.
Right.
With what we noticed with the autism program is it helped the child, but kind of more
Family,
the
right?
family.
Yeah, I never
Just
thought
that peace of
Yeah,
mind,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
just it's always so much about the child and everything, and having that dog just really helps the rest of
Yeah.
the family
Yeah.
as well. And again, I did say we just started our PTSD trauma dog
Yes.
program as well. Now, even our facility dogs, they work in child advocacy centers. So, like the Zebra, Little Warriors,
okay, yeah.
they go into court.
Yes.
There's a lot of children who wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to tell their story.
Yes.
Yeah.
But when they've got a dog on their lap,
Yeah.
the
Changes
story
everything, yeah.
comes out.
Yeah.
When they've got that dog in court,
Yeah.
even if the dog's just resting their head on their foot,
Yeah.
they tell the story, and these people are
Yeah.
getting convicted.
Right.
It's
like they're
just
telling the story
insurmountable,
to
the
dog.
impact.
And the dog's listening to them, and he's just loving
No-
on them.
and no feedback,
Just,
you
he's just
know,
loving
no-
on them.
yeah.
Yeah. This is so amazing.
Yeah, the
This is
impact
so
is just
incredible.
incredible with the facility dogs. We've got one dog at Strathcona RCMP. That dog helps the officers.
Yeah.
Right.
It helps the staff.
Yeah.
They deal with a lot
Oh, yeah,
in their
yeah,
daily
they
work.
do, yeah.
And boy, you
Yeah.
come back and that dog is there to be with you.
Yeah. This is so incredible, and again, you see it as an ordinary person. You see it from time to time, and you just kind of goes in one and out the other type of thing, and you don't realize not only what goes into this to training the dog, how it changes lives. Just it's so amazing, like on so many levels. It's just incredible.
So it is. It's absolutely incredible. But I want to ask you another question, because I think this is really important for our listeners to
Yeah.
know. What's your biggest need? What is your
Yeah.
biggest challenge? How can people help?
probably two ways. There's not just one answer. As a not-for-profit, as a registered charity, financial is always. You're not going to talk to a charity that doesn't need that financial. As you know, we don't get any sustainable government funding at all. And puppy raisers, our foster homes.
Right.
That's our foster families. We need to. Not every dog makes it, and we have waiting lists.
Yes.
So we do. We have a great breeding program, and we try to. We have enough programs that we try to use every dog we can, but they all don't make it.
Sure.
Right, but we need those raisers to help us be just. To help it be successful in exposing them and giving them a nice home to live in.
Yeah, because without them, you
couldn't do what you do.
Yeah, you can't train the dogs.
And then the financial side of it, of course, again, it costs $50,000 per dog. And
how many dogs are in the program at one time, do you think?
Usually around between 40 and 50 at various stages. And we probably have 200 volunteers. We could not do it without volunteers.
Of course.
Wow. And what kind of volunteers are you looking for? Outside of the puppy raisers, those kinds of people, are there other...
Our biggest needs are definitely to look after the dogs.
Okay.
But, we have different events, presentations that we do.
Sure.
So, we always look for that as well.
Yeah.
And even if people have skills like photography skills, video skills. We always want to make a professional video.
Yes.
Well, I don't know, and that's how do we get the money to pay for something professional like that?
Yes.
Designing skills, graphic design, social media type of things. So any type of skills. But probably our biggest financial and our foster homes.
This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. This is blowing me away. Like, this is incredible what you guys are doing. And you've been doing this
30 years.
30 years here.
Yeah.
And then prior to about
Palm Springs,
6 years.
Ottawa,
Yes.
around.
Yeah.
And with who you're with now, you don't get paid. You don't.
Oh no, that was just in the beginning.
Oh, okay. Now you're good. Okay.
Yes.
You started
that was
right,
sort of
okay.
for the first 2.5, 3 years. We weren't getting paid.
Right. But you
and then as time we got
and,
yes.
So this is unbelievable, because I don't think people realize how it changes lives. I mean, really changes lives. Like, really changes lives.
Absolutely.
And when you talk about the with the PTSD, the autism thing, I had no idea about autism and dogs and working together and how incredible that is. That's amazing.
Yes,
This is
it's so rewarding. Again, I got into it for the dogs, but once I saw the impact they have on those people, it's just truly incredible. I still, a guide dog's walking down the street. I just stop and watch, and it's just so incredible.
You were saying earlier that not every dog is trained properly to do this. There are organizations that aren't training properly to do this, and it's very important.
Well, being accredited is really important.
Being accredited is very important.
Yes, that's our biggest thing, is we're internationally accredited by Assistance Dogs International.
Yeah.
So we have very strict standards to follow. Every 5 years, we need to be reaccredited. So we'll have an assessor come from anywhere in the world, and they look at everything. We need to send them all of our paperwork, all of our policies. Wow. They come and they talk to raisers, they talk to clients. They just pick any file, talk to clients. And so when our dogs are vested, they're working in public.
Of course, yes.
We have... we specially make our vests, and we have the Assistance Dogs International accredited member logo on the dog's vests.
Right.
We have ID cards that are from Assistance Dogs International.
Okay.
So that's, we go through a lot. So there are organizations in Alberta and around, they're owner-trained dogs. They do go through the government to get assessed, and then they can be certified.
Yeah.
But and then there's other organizations.
Yeah.
But it's, I guess, I don't know, to be correct, just we go through a lot.
Yes,
Our
of course
dogs,
you do.
No,
we've watched them being born,
Yes.
and
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
bred them,
Yes.
and they go through such critical testing, and our matching is very, very key.
Yes.
So I
It's
think
so
it's
much
very,
involved
very
here.
important.
This is why Dogs with Wings, obviously, there's so much involved, and you've covered this all, and it's just, this is good. This is really good.
It's very good.
Okay,
Yes.
tell us one quick story of a life that's really been changed that you know of. Don't have to give us names, but just tell us one quick story of a life that's been changed.
She's like, which one?
Yeah,
to pick?
which one? Because
Which
there's
one?
probably so many, right?
Which one
One
do
that's
I
really
talk about?
maybe lately that's really impacted you, or
Oh, geez. There's so many.
yeah,
I could even. Oh, geez, you guys are putting me on the spot here. I just know one of my guide dog users from the past. They just they're in the house. If they go anywhere, they got to use that white cane.
The white cane,
Right.
right.
And to have that dog as a companion
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Someone to talk to, someone to go out with, really, really changed their life. I'm not really giving anything any justice here. One gentleman, he in a wheelchair, he drives. The dog was in with him in the vehicle. He pulled into the vehicle. Pulled into his garage.
Yeah.
I believe closed the door, and when he was about to turn, or he turned off the vehicle, or before he turned off the vehicle,
Yeah.
the keys dropped to the ground. I believe they fell under the wheelchair. So this could have been very,
Yeah.
very dangerous.
Yes.
So that dog of ours scraped and scraped and scraped until she was able to get those keys
Wow.
and give them to him.
Yeah.
And I believe another time with this gentleman, they were outside in freezing cold weather.
Yeah.
And he was trying to get into the gate of where he worked. And again, the keys went down. And if no one's around,
What are you gonna do?
what are you
Froze.
going to do?
He would have froze.
Yes. So,
I mean, just not only the physical, but I can imagine the mental side of it for these people. Like just it gives them a new lease on life.
Absolutely.
Like a new lease on
Like
life.
you said the word, it's companionship.
Yeah,
It
companionship.
becomes not only their worker, but their best friend.
Wow, that's amazing.
there's no doubt. Yes, they do the work, but that companionship
Yeah.
that they get.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people with disabilities that they're kind of on their own.
On their own, yes, alone.
They don't have a lot of family
Yeah,
support.
exactly,
So
yeah.
this is their lifeline. It
family.
makes them get up every morning.
Yeah.
So
Incredible. This is blowing me away. I gotta be honest. This is just blowing
I
me
know,
away.
I know.
This is so amazing.
And we could
go on for hours talking about this.
Yeah.
This
I
is
know, but we are at
incredible.
the final question,
Yeah.
and this is a
Wow.
question that we ask all of our guests. What is the best piece of advice you have been given, either personally or professionally, that you carry around with you to this day?
now I got to try to say this without crying.
It's
I'm
okay.
a
No,
big
it's okay.
crier.
Yeah, we are
But my
too.
my
Yeah.
very first guide dog user, Bill Owen, we trained our very first guide dog, and he was quite instrumental in just in the blind community and in Edmonton.
Yeah.
He founded the Braille Tone Music Society. He was our first client, and we would go and do presentations. And the next day, he would give the people that asked us to go, he would give them a call and thank them. He taught me, all you need to do is give that extra 1%.
Yeah.
Give that extra 1%.
Wow.
And that will get you so far.
Yeah.
And I'm probably not the most business oriented. I'm all heart.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of schools or organizations out there, and it's about the people.
Yeah.
Right.
Give them
Yeah.
that extra 1%,
1%.
and they remember that.
Man.
And I really do live by that.
I love that. Give the extra 1%.
That's just so strong in my values.
Yeah.
In everything that I do, and
You can tell that you do that. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Lisa, where can people go to donate, to volunteer, to find out more information about Dogs with Wings?
www.dogswithwings.ca.
Dogswithwings.ca.
Check it out.
Gotta check it out. Gotta go to it.
Yes.
Folks, even just check it out. That's all I think. Just check it out.
Incredible.
Because I had no idea until today. And now, I mean, it's opened a world that's just unbelievable. I have a new respect. I have an amazing respect for you and what you do. This is unbelievable. Thank you for following your dream in your heart. I have a new respect for those dogs when I see them.
Yeah.
Like, I always thought they were amazing, but now I'm like, this dog's been trained. This dog's gone through dog university.
Absolutely.
This is amazing.
Absolutely.
And I have a new respect for the person who has that dog because that's changed their life. And it's incredible.
it's really immeasurable. Yeah.
Wow. I was hoping you'd kind of bring a dog today, but maybe we'll just come visit the dogs or something one day. But
Usually I do, because you kind of feel naked if you don't bring a dog.
Right.
So
Because
I think you guys need to come.
We'll come.
Yeah, we'll come.
We'll come.
You
for a
need to
tour.
come for a tour.
Yeah, we'll
to
come
come for
see
a
you.
tour.
Absolutely.
If you personally give us the tour,
We'll
we'll
come.
come.
Absolutely.
Is that a deal?
You betcha.
Okay. All right. And you got a gala coming up?
Yes,
in
September 19th. That's our biggest signature fundraiser.
Okay.
And tickets are on sale now. You could just go right online.
Right. So, yeah, like you said, it's not just about giving money. It's gifts in kind. If you can take
Absolutely.
pictures or video or just
Silent auction items.
Silent
Okay,
auction items.
yes.
Just volunteer to help maybe.
Absolutely.
All this kind of stuff.
We always look for dog sponsorships.
Yep.
Okay.
You could sponsor a litter, sponsor a dog.
Sometimes, I'm going to be honest, sometimes our guests just blow me away. Like, just blow me away. I'll be talking about this for days now.
I know
this
you
is,
will.
Oh, this is unbelievable. So incredible. Well, everybody, thanks for listening. This has been great. Don't forget Wing Snob. If you're looking for dinner tonight, wingsnob.ca.
Yes.
Check them out. And make sure that you tell everybody about this you got to tell everybody about this podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your coworkers, tell your enemies. If you don't have any friends, make a friend to tell them about this podcast. Like, you're sitting there at the bar having a drink going, did you hear that podcast about Dogs with Wings? Unbelievable. And the other thing they need to do is...
You need to subscribe, because then you will not miss the amazing guests we have on Coffee in the Park with Jennifer and Cam.
Absolutely. We're coming up to 2 years.
Can you believe it?
Jennifer, we've been doing
Next
this
week, Cam.
for 2 years.
I know.
We've never missed a week in
Not
2
a week.
years.
No.
Not 1 week.
No.
We've been doing it, and I forget how many episodes we're at now.
Well, this is 108 today.
108.
Yes.
You know what I heard? I heard this week, I'm just going to say it. I heard this week that the average podcast lasts for like 2 months.
We've seen
That's
some
what I
of
heard.
those.
We've seen those come and go. But you know why we keep going? Because of amazing stories like this.
Amazing stories.
So listen, everybody, thanks for listening today. Check us out wherever you get your podcasts, or at www.coffeeinthepark.com.
.com.
That's
.ca.
right. I know, she's always got to help
.com.
me with that. So it's really awesome. Thanks everybody.
everyone.
Yep,
See you
bye-bye.
next week.